How many trees do you think I took down? I can't even count them all. There's at least 30 trees, pretty close to this size here. And then there's a couple really big boys over there. That pine tree was massive. That one tree that was hanging right over the top of the mobile home, ready to smash. I guess the guy buried a mop. That's no good for getting tied up in the machine.
What it is there's a rubber seal. This gearbox goes into that. So if you leave your string in there, it's possible that it gets in that little gap, messes up that seal.
Yeah.
It'll hit your hydraulic. So anytime I see that something's wrapped around it, I just go ahead and get it out rather than risking it. Not much will mess it up, but steel and string are horrible. YouTubers will get to see a day with in a stump grind.
I guess so.
In the worst situation.
Yeah, the worst possible situation.
Man, they called me out to grind in a dump.
I mean, that's pretty much what this place is.
Land. Yeah.
It's their own private landfill.
See? Yeah. Game.
Yeah. Wait up there.
That?
Yep.
Where that doesn't fall on your head.
Hey, I understand. I'm sure that weighs a good bit.
Oh yeah, it puts a knot on my noggin.
I got it. I think you're right. I think that's the top of the band of the underwear. So does this come standard with the machine?
This is actually get it with the remote or without the remote. This right here is highly recommended, 3 to 5 grand total. I would
Okay.
I wouldn't have this machine without it. Because like my small machine that I had that I was telling you about, I had to sit beside it.
Oh, there's a seat somewhere?
I had to sit on the handle
Yeah,
like here all day. Well, then I got the big one and it has a glass. The small one I had to wear a helmet like here with a face mask all day long. And this job here, I would have charged $800 and it would have taken me 4 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
It would have taken me a lot longer. So this here, you got the back. If I had to just go to a gate and I didn't have that. So there's that way, that only turns the wheels and goes forward and backward. The tires would come off, you could take these 2 tires off, and you could use that to go through a speed of 30.
Okay.
So you got 3 gauge, then you can flip the switch, you can go to this, and operate here. So there's really 3 ways to operate. If you're in the back, it doesn't have, you can't turn on the cover. So in your case, you're going to use the remote, so we're going to go to the middle. And then hit your start button. Enter a code, and now you're ready to ride.
Great.
So this button would be forward, backwards, cutter wheel, down, and up. It's basically all switched around. That turns your tires. This will turn your blade. It's almost like everything is backwards.
Yeah. I can hold that for a long time. It's not too heavy. So what do we got here? You got 2 buttons here.
So this one would go reverse in turtle mode. This one would go frontward, turtle mode. And then here, you got 1, that's our load. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
When you put on a blade, all my blade was slow. So this would be the same on the blade. All your blades. And you got your cutter wheel if you wanted to operate your cutter wheel. If you want to operate your back blade, you got your back blade.
Ah, okay.
This is the speed. You see medium, you see high. It's the speed that it goes on a tire sweep because you control the sweep with your handle. So I'll keep it at medium. Let's just say you had a real soft stump. You could put it on high. Like those little tiny ones, you could put it on high. If you had a massive oak stump, you could put it on low where it took a little. I never put these back on low.
Oh, yeah.
All the time. So your new remote doesn't have these buttons in the back. You can't. This one, I can push my blade or do whatever while moving my machine and turning it. The new one, if you're pushing back with the blade, you can't turn your wheels at the same time. So like when I do it, I want to be able to turn my wheel.
Yeah, absolutely.
The new one, you can't turn your wheels and work your blade at the same time. So honestly, that's the reason I bought a new one.
Yeah. I feel like that's something was there a reason they stopped that capability? I feel like that's really important. Fine tuning.
The only thing that I can think of, it's like an architect. They don't do the job, they just design it. So they didn't really understand the importance of it. Just like with this machine, you're not supposed to pull, you're supposed to push.
Yeah.
Well, if I didn't pull, I wouldn't be flat. So I welded this here hole in. I put a little hole because I replaced this whole plate. It's ripped off. They put such a big hole, they didn't have much to hold on to or bite on. So I put a little, and I just put clips in each one of them. But I replaced that plate twice. First time I replaced it how it came. The last time I replaced it.
And you replaced it because you're pulling with it?
Correct. Because I can't do a job as good not pulling.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to take and do this job for 4 hours when it could have took me 2 because I'm having to push straight. Another thing I did was you have a rubber piece at the very bottom. And what that does is they don't come with that. I put that on there, that's a part of a conveyor belt. where debris doesn't shoot up underneath my machine.
See this nail stuck right there. That's the danger spot. And so these teeth are made out of what?
They're carbide tips. The tips have carbide on them. Tips. It really matters about the front of it. See, like this one here is sharp, and then this one here is very dull. That one needs to be changed. So it doesn't matter about the bottom. It only matters about the edge. These here are dull as well and need to be changed.
Well, still, even dull, it went right through those stumps pretty much no problem. The only one that took a little bit of time was the big pine.
And that's because of the dull ones. The pines are the toughest because they gum up.
Aha. Yeah, so hardwood's a little easier than a pine?
I explained to everyone that a hardwood is harder on my grinder, but easier on the operator. A pine is easier on the grinder because it's softer wood, but harder on me because I have to take more swipes off the pine.
Yeah.
It gums up. These teeth, they have a bolt on the top, or a nut. You undo that nut and you can switch that tooth around and get both sides of it. So nice. One side might be sharp, one's dull. You can use the other side. And then when they're both dull, get rid of them.
They look like they're offset a little bit. This one's very in parallel, but then this one's out.
Yep.
It just makes it a nice...
There's a bunch of different ones on there. I don't know really the specific function, but I guess it keeps it level.
Yeah.
You only have 2 straight teeth on this one. And these here are called pockets that have the 2 bolts.
Okay.
So if you were to hit a piece of steel, it'll break the teeth and it'll break the bolts off, and you'll have to replace the pockets.
Well, it's better than needing to replace this whole disc.
Yep, I had this, like I say, almost in April. This will be 6 years old, and the disc has never been replaced. I've never replaced the disc on.
I imagine that's pricey to replace the disc.
About $1,000, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe $1,500, depending on the disc. So these are pockets. The pockets, I'm not sure. They're about $20 a piece. These teeth here, they range from $9 to $12 a piece. Every week I change about 6 of them completely, and I change around the others. Or you can change them all today and go out and hit a piece of steel, and you got to change them all again.
Yeah.
So a $400 job could end up costing you $200. You just never know what you're getting into, and the customer doesn't know what's under the ground.
Well, I had no idea. Are you gonna hit a mop and a VHS tape or whatever that was, and a pair of underwear?
Yeah, the underwear. That was the first, the underwear. And the tape.
All right, so in just a few hours, we were able to knock out how many stumps? You think that was like, that's quite a number of stumps.
20 to 30.
20 to 30 stumps, yeah. And so tell me about this machine. You've had this how long?
Going on 6 years.
6 years, and this is a 50 horse
this
or
SC 552. It has a 56 horsepower diesel engine. 26 teeth on the front of the machine on the cutter blade.
And how did you get into the business of stump grinding?
I actually started as a hobby. I had a friend that tried to tell me to go buy a stump grinder, and he was a tree guy. I kept telling him I didn't have a clue about stump grinding. I wasn't mechanically inclined. I eventually went and bought a piece of junk stump grinder. Did it for a hobby about a year. And then decided to go buy a new one and started knocking on doors if I saw a stump in the yard.
So yeah, I think that's really the way to go. You're proactive in putting yourself out there. How much did this, if I can ask, how much did this run you to pick up?
This one here was $89,000.
$89,000. You bought it new?
Brand new in 2020.
That's a big chunk of change to put out to take a risk on. Well, but you started with a smaller machine, you said, right?
I started with a small piece of junk, and then I bought another small machine, which was brand new, for $23,000. Did that for 4 years, and then stepped up and bought the big machine. So my business was already built before I purchased the big machine.
Yeah.
You better have a lot of stumps to do if you purchase a big machine.
Yeah. So you're recommending start small if that's what you're going to want to get into.
I started with a raggedy stump grinder with a raggedy $1,800 truck.
The raggedy. So you didn't start with a $50,000-$60,000 truck and trailer.
I did not.
You started with something much smaller, much more manageable.
Yes. Yeah. So I knew that it wouldn't be busy, at that time, so I kept it to where it was manageable and I could make enough money to pay my.
Do you have any recommendations or any advice for the aspiring self-employed person?
Start small and be humble. Always do more than what the other man would do, your competitor. If you can give a little extra for free, then they're going to call you back.
Yeah, I think so.
And try not to make your mortgage payment in a day.
Because I've definitely called you back once already.
Correct.
And I'll probably be having you back at least one more time.
Always go above and beyond, I say.
Well, I appreciate your help on this job. And